Well, hi there. Warm welcome. You're watching Times Now and I'm Meghna Rekha. Lots lined up for you in this bulletin. But first up, let's tell you how Times Now has accessed the Supreme Court order copy allowing RSS's march in Tamil Nadu. This after, remember, the Stalin Sarkar had put curbs on the march and said that it is likely that RSS will target other faiths. After that, you had the Supreme Court giving its nod, saying RSS has every right to carry out its march. What does the order copy say? Well, a lot is going to depend on that. Harish Nair, our legal editor, has managed to access the order copy. I'll go across to Meenakshi. Meenakshi, can you tell us the salient features of what this order copy says?
Has been accessed by our colleague Harish, and this is the operative part of the order copy. Now, if you look at the order copy, it says very clearly that the court is going to allow the RSS to carry on with its rally. It says, in view of the order passed by the Honorable Supreme Court of India, as well as various orders passed by the court, it's going to be appropriate to direct the respondents to grant permission to conduct the procession. That's, of course, the most important part, that the RSS has been given permission to conduct their procession and also to go ahead with their public meetings. That's, of course, going to be held. And also then the court goes on to lay various caveats, saying that these are the conditions which need to be followed for the program to go on, including, of course, asking that nobody shall either sing songs or speak ill of any other individual or religion. Those who participate in the program shall not for any reason or express anything in favor of any organization. Also, the court goes on to say that the program should be conducted without causing any hindrance to public or traffic. Participants should not bring any stick, lathi or weapons, and organizers have to make adequate arrangements for all those, of course, who attend the rally. Procession should be proceeded in an orderly manner, which following only the sanctioned route and not, of course, divert or meander from there. Organizers also, it's their responsibility to ensure that there are volunteers to ensure the situation doesn't go out of control. Also, the rally is going to be responsible. Again, as I said earlier, the court also reiterating that the route permitted, only that route is strictly to be followed. And like that, there are a couple of other caveats which have been put by the court, including an undertaking to reimburse the cost of any damage which happens to any sort of public property en route the rally. So multiple caveats being put, but all in all, in a nutshell, summarize it, of course, it's a big win for the RSS and the Supreme Court giving a nod for that rally.
Huge snub there for the Stalin Sarkar, who wanted to put curbs and refuse the RSS march, but now they're going to be marching on unhindered. Let me go across to our legal editor, Harish Nair. Harish, you managed to get us the order copy of the Supreme Court, but you must also explain to us on what grounds was the Tamil Nadu Sarkar refusing to grant permission and wanted to put curbs on the RSS march.
Yes, Meghna, remember the advocate Mukul Rohtak had appeared for the state government and vehemently argued, he had cited disturbance to public order and law and order issues, and said that the recently banned PFI is very belligerent these days, and at least 5 districts out of the 6 proposed districts through which the route march proposes to pass are very communally very sensitive, and there could be communal riots. And they have even got intelligence reports that there could be communal violence, and a report to this effect had been given to the High Court. But remember, High Court had rejected this intelligence report and gone ahead and given permission to the RSS to carry out the route march, holding that the right to speech, right to freedom of expression, freedom of speech, and freedom to assemble are sacrosanct and inviolable rights guaranteed to the citizens and enshrined in our constitution. Saying so, Supreme Court the High Court division bench had given the permission to the RSS to conduct the route march, and that order has been completely in agreement with the Supreme Court, which has upheld the division bench order of the High Court allowing RSS to hold the route march. And let me read out from the operative portion. There are very important points. It goes on to say, as rightly contended by all learned senior counsels on the side of the respondent, the main objection raised by the state before the High Court was that after the imposition of a ban order on another organization, law and order problems cropped up in certain places, and that the same led to several cases being registered. The details are not being given now, but the chart provided by state government shows that the 13 members of the members of the responsible organization were victims in many of those cases, and they were not perpetrators. Therefore, it is not possible for us to find fault with the order passed by the learned judge, either in the main writ petitions or in the review applications, and all the special leave petitions are liable to be dismissed. This is the operative question in the Supreme Court's judgment. So finally, for the RSS, it's a big win as the decks have been cleared for the route march. Back to you.
Well, do stay on with us. We'll just come back to you, Harish, for more details. But also, Ratan Sharda is joining us. And author Ratan Sharda, your first reactions. The court itself, today it took the Supreme Court of India to clear the route for RSS march. Why was it being blocked?
First of all, I've already given my reaction in the morning that this is slap on the face of DMK, which has been spreading hate in the name of Aryan Dravid divide, Dravidianism, and North-South divide, etc., etc. That is part one. Part two, when I hear the details of the judgment and the arguments, I'm really shocked that the state government simply shrugs off its responsibility for law and order. It is scared of the terrorists, it's scared of the extremist organizations. When the PFI took out the morchas and parades in Tamil Nadu and Kerala, were these conditions raised that there can be communal issues, there can be communal violence? No, because Hindus don't get violent with such provocations, or even despite all the abuse and all the insults these people carried on open roads. And they were given all the permissions. Today, when RSS wants a parade, which is basically a highly disciplined march, which is nothing, there is no politics, no sloganing, etc. And these people talk about fearing these same elements. So what is the police doing except destroying temples, etc.? That is one point. Secondly, RSS history of all of its parade. No, they don't take out morchas. RSS doesn't take out morchas. It takes out parades. It has never disturbed any peace and harmony in any part of India since its birth. Tamil Nadu itself has seen RSS works in 1930s, and no untoward incident has ever happened. As far as the extremists are concerned, it is duty of the government, not the people. And lastly, this issue of sensitive areas, I'm sorry, this is typically saying that there are many Pakistans in India where you dare not enter, and there are areas, so any Muslim majority or Muslim dominant area becomes sensitive. Why there is no Hindu sensitive area? Doesn't government any shame of any party has any shame to talk about sensitive areas in a so-called secular state where they simply shrug off their responsibility?
Absolutely. Very valid points that you've raised. It is, of course, law and order is a state subject. When they say that we are unable to control law and order, is this not abdication of duty, is what the other side is asking. Thank you so much, Ratan Sharda. Meanwhile,